All right. So today is going to be less talking and more coming together to send out some really great energy for world peace and lots of love and refill our buckets so we can stay in the best place possible. Here we are yet again. Isn't it like this roller coaster of life just happening? And is anyone having fun yet? Wow. Okay. I'm going to admit, I've been working very hard to keep my vibration very high, and I've been feeling really good considering all that's going on. And that song I played at the beginning, it's funny because I wasn't going to play it and it kept glitching out, kept going to that song. So I thought, okay, it's a sign. We're going to play that song. And Make Me a Channel of my piece is one of my favorite songs whenever I'm feeling a little bit wobbly because there's a vibration in that just weaves through my essence and I just feel so at calm and so much at peace. And I realize, well, that's what I'm here for, to hold the light for those who can't. So snap out of it, Brenda. So that's my snap out of the self-pity victim sad Brenda, and it kind of gets me back into my spark. So I was listening to that earlier today because I do get lots of updates from people. And I'm just like, oh, wow, this is going to throw me off today. But, I got myself back pretty quick. But the reason I can get myself back very quickly is because I've been practicing it for years. So in the past, if somebody would throw me off, say something not nice, I would throw me off and I could be down, feeling really sad for a long time. But now I can really just kind of, okay, I feel that energy coming through. My vibration is getting a little bit not comfortable. And then I do the work to get myself back up as fast as possible. So I'm always kind of acting like this virus scanner. So I was giving, something that I kind of talk to myself, and I talk to myself a lot. I talk to my guides a lot. If I'm not talking to a client or my kids, I'm generally talking to my guides. And lately, I've been talking a lot to them because it just makes me feel like, okay, I already know what's going on. I know how difficult it is. I know people are suffering around the world. I know even individuals are suffering for so many different reasons, job loss or, losing someone. There's so many people going through so many different things right now. So everyone's personal issues are big. They can be big. Then some people are healing, letting go traumas, going through like a lot of trauma release from when they were children, memories coming up that we don't want coming back up. But the reason like everything's so uncomfortable is humanity's healing right now, and we're all healing at our own pace, our own journey, and our soul and our higher self is guiding that based on where we're supposed to be at this time. And the most beautiful thing is where you're at is perfect and it's evolving. So I know a lot of us go, but I should be here and I should be here, not here. No, you should be where you are, and where you are is perfect. And as you start to realize, like, I've had this pattern all my life and I always go to this for comfort and it's not so good for me, or I've been doing this all my life. Well, I want to change. So it's really beautiful that people are getting this awakening where they just want to get better. And you see it in so many different walks of life, in different sexes, different ages, different ethnicities. It's beautiful. We have a worldwide awakening. And then we have all that to kind of deal with our own personal healing and growth and change. And then we have this roller coaster of what's happening in the world. And it's very, you know, easy to get drawn into it from a 3D perspective. And if I get into my 3D Brenda and I listen to everything that's happening, first the truckers and the emergency act, and what they did to these peaceful protesters, and if you understand the story behind it, like how brutal it really was to these peaceful protesters, it would hurt my heart. And then we're going to the stuff that's happening with Russia and their Ukraine, and that can hurt my heart. And then what will happen is I will start to lose my vibration, and I will easily, if I allow myself to, if I stay in 3D too long, I can easily lose my vibration. I lose my light and I'm just feeling really down, and I'm really being useless to myself and anyone. So what I do, and again, this does take a bit of time and practice, so be kind to yourself if you're having a hard time doing it, is I will kind of scan what's happening, and I will stay in a super great mood, very high vibration, but I'm sending love to those who can't, and those who can't feel the love or feel they're lost or feel like there's nothing that can save them, and so like, just feel of despair, because there is love on this planet for every single one of us, but sometimes we have so much resistance we can't feel that our hearts are just so encompassed with dark dense energy. So for those of us who are aware, those of us who can hold the light for those who can't, we are being called into action now to do so. And I'll just kind of give you from a 5D perspective, meaning not a 3D, because in 3D, we're in it, we're playing the parts, we're feeling emotions, and we're getting thrown and tossed this way and that way. And a lot of that's happening to the human population. But for those of you who are a little more aware, people on this call are much more aware than the average person. Hey, like, I create my reality. My thoughts create my reality. If I think positive things and I raise my vibration and I say affirmations, I do the work, I can actually make my life come out better than it was. And I saw that happen to myself. I see that happen in friends, family, clients, anyone who puts it to use. It works because that's how the universe works. So then why would anyone want to be sad and depressed? It's, well, sometimes we don't want to be, obviously, but we're being affected because a lot of us are empaths. So we feel the pain of others. And when we feel the pain of others, it really brings us down. Mother Teresa was really great at sending so much love to millions of people. How did she do that? She was in a state of compassion. And many years ago when I was reading about her a lot, she said, like, yeah, she understands people are having their own turmoils, their own bad things happen, but she would stay in a state of compassion where she's holding her light, kind of staying up high in high vibration, sending love, but not going down to the person's level, staying up here to raise them up. And in doing that, you don't get burnt out, you don't get depleted, and you can help many more people. So if I have a friend and she's feeling down and I'm up here and my friend's sadness, or say like even a child's sadness, because we're very bonded to our children, if our children's having a bad time and they're down here, and what you want to do is like, part of you just wants to go down to their level, feel their pain, and cry together. But really, we're not doing much service to either of us. So the trick is, and it's practice, is you stay in high vibration, you stay in love and light, and you hold that light for the person. And that light will start to chip away at their darkness and help them out of it, and will help them see the hope and slowly move up to a better level. So when we hear about things happening in other countries, even in our own country, but it's not happening to me particularly, but it is happening to someone else, that is when you do whatever it takes to get in that high vibration. Listen to music, meditate, dance around, go for a walk, whatever it is that feeds your soul. And when you're in that state of inspiration, that state of love, that is when you start to send out just beautiful statements of world peace is possible. Every day's getting better and better. I love myself. I love humanity. Everybody can feel that love in their heart. You just kind of go whatever that's flowing, because it's really coming to you and through you. And as you're saying those words, it's all vibration. It's all, it's like dropping a pebble into a pond. It's a ripple effect. And this ripple effect is something we can't even imagine. But every thought that we think, every action, every task that we're doing, anything and everything we're doing, every word we say adds to the human collective. So I'll give you a quick example, just kind of give you an idea of what's happening on Earth. Right now, we kind of have this battle between the dark and the light. And it's very apparent from my standpoint. Wow. And it's so almost predictable of what was going to happen. So here we have some really positive momentum that was happening in Canada. finally Canada was being united again. Like people were happier. I felt everyone, like I felt this higher vibration. People were happier. It didn't even matter what side you were on before. It was just like, I'm proud to be Canadian because Canadians love each other, and it doesn't matter what walks of life. We just have this bond, and we're proud to be Canadian. Well, then all that kind of went. Well, our why we're not going to call him a leader, but he was really upset, through that emergency act, kind of dampened everything, act like this crazy person, and it started to bring down the vibration. But it didn't. But in my eyes, from a dark and light perspective, what was happening is he was losing, and the light of the unity of Canadians and all those watching in other countries, 30 countries were watching, reporting it on different newscasts, saying the excitement of Canada and their people are so brave, and they were getting excited. So we had this really high vibration in the world starting. And then what happens? It all shifts to another part of the world where there's doom and gloom, because heaven forbid, well, heaven, like, don't allow the light to shine, don't give it any airtime. We need doom and gloom on this news, because if humanity gets too much light in their consciousness, then the dark on this planet is going to dissolve quicker. So what happens is they now kind of forget about all that happened. Like, where did that go? It was on 24/7. Now we're moving into this whole other thing. Now, what's happening in this other part of the world is not a nice thing at all. Obviously, war is never nice. These are people losing their homes, but it's not just the Ukrainians, it's the people of Russia. Do they want to be at war? No, nobody wants to be at war. Everybody wants safety and peace and love, except for some of the leaders who want chaos. So what's happening is, as that's going on, our media is then amplifying it to a point where it's making it bigger than it is, meaning, oh, none of us are safe now. Let's all worry and fear. So from an energetic standpoint, from a battle between light and dark, the dark only knows what it knows: war, fear, worry, all that stuff. And as they start to feel them getting weaker, and they are getting weaker, just so you know, they have lost the battle. They are leaving the planet. This planet will be in a new earth, where we have leaving the contrast between fear and love, which is what's happening now on the planet, to love versus more love. So we are on our way to that. And as we're moving, we're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward. So we are making progress. But this dark consciousness has been on, freer based consciousness has been on earth for thousands of years. It doesn't want to go. So it's like a temper tantrum child freaking out. Oh no, we're losing our power. Let's try this, let's try that. And it's very predictable. Like, you almost, I could see it switching before it switched. Just like, yeah, okay, now what? So then everyone forgets about all that positive momentum. We're all focusing on the negative. And as you were focusing that, pulling that in, our thoughts of fear, our worry, then adds that to the human consciousness, and it's actually feeding the dark side. And then they're like, okay, we did a good job. Let's continue. This is working. So how do we counteract that from an energetic standpoint? This is where we come in, and the trick is, we wake up, we stay present, we stay aware of how we feel, because the truth is in your heart. Like, if some people say, well, I don't even know what the truth is anymore, I'm so confused about everything. Well, that's kind of part of healing sometimes, so that can happen. But when you're allowing bombardment of so much different information, how do you make sense of it? Well, what I do is I shut off the media. I'm very particular of what I watch, what I hear, and I do like to be somewhat in the know. So yes, I know what's happening in the world, and yeah, I don't like it. So what I'll do is I'll listen, okay, get an update, shut it off, and then send love and light to those areas, to whatever sadness is coming in from my heart for them. I'm letting it go, replacing it with love and light to myself and to them. I am actually being much more productive by not allowing myself to get sad, keeping my vibration high, being aware, but sending intentions of peace and love, not just to that area, but really to all of humanity. And like some people say, to like all celestial beings, to the universe, to all these beautiful beings of light that are helping us, to, you can send it to Mother Earth, to the soil, to the plants, to the animals. And when you get on those rampages of excitement, of sending out love, it becomes very exciting and your cells vibrate. Like when you're vibrating high, some people say, well, how do you feel it? You almost feel like every cell is alive with love, and it's like tingling. And when I get into that state, my eyesight gets so sharp. Everything is like in multicolor. It's so beautiful. So I wish I could stay in that state all the time, but I would get nothing done. I would just be ranting and raving about love, this and that. And when I get like that, if my kids are around, they just automatically just feel it and just start giggling because they can feel their heart tickling with that love, and they'll say, oh, mom, you're so crazy. But I know deep down they love it because like they're responding energetically to it, although they're still a little embarrassed when they act a bit crazy that way. But I go, if we can get crazy and sending love, why not? Like that is so powerful. And it's I was telling someone today, is also a lot of us, a lot of light workers have gone through trauma, abuse, this and that, loss of money, loss of friends, loss of everything in some cases, and we're at the lowest of low. Well, when you look at all those things that have happened to you, yes, you can say I was a victim, but then you just let that victimness go and say to yourself, wow, I am such a powerful being of light that the darkness has attacked me all my life to shut me down. And it didn't work. I'm still here. I'm still, living a life. I'm getting happier every day. I'm going to take their attacks as a compliment. And if you refrain it that way, it's kind of changing you out of the victim mentality into a powerful being that you truly are, saying, yeah, I've been through this and that, but I made it, and I'm vibrant and I'm powerful and I'm magnificent. And we all are truly that way. We are born magnificent. We're all born with a spark of divinity in our heart. And as we start to get in touch with it and realize that, yeah, we've been called stupid, and we've been called, you're different, you're this, you're that, you don't matter. We've been left out of parties, ignored in the family, or, all those things. And we just like, why did that happen to me? It's vibrational. There's a lot of things, like I can't even get into the reasons of why that is on this call. It would take 3 hours to explain it all. But it really, I don't even know it all because our human mind can't understand it all. But even that, like in the end, who cares about trying to understand why, how, who, what? In the end, go within, find that magnificence, know that I am a part of this beautiful creation. And in that, I am a powerful creator. And if you start to play with how powerful you are, think about it. When I think negative thoughts, negative things happen. When I think positive thoughts and I'm in good momentum, raising my vibration, beautiful things are happening, even when chaos is happening all around you. And I've played with this for years, and it really became very apparent in 2020 when things were going really, really bad. Probably my best learning year in all of my life. I love 2020. I don't want to repeat 2020. Don't get me wrong. It was a very tough learning lesson, but it was beautiful at the same time. And then 2021, again, different shift in my life, beautiful. And I'm thinking, how is my life getting better when everything seems so chaotic? Well, it's very simple. It's a thought process. So now I'm having a bad day, my vibration drops. What happens? I start to get a sore throat. I mean, this happened in the summer. I start to get a sore throat. Okay, I'm a little off, but I'm not taking care of myself. This happens. This, what do I have? I now have COVID, right? So I had COVID, and I said, how did that happen to me? How did the healer get COVID? And I was like, you know what? I'm human, and I have emotions, and I can get sad, and I can get, traumas come up and things. So I am human. And so when we allow that stuff to come in unchecked, it lowers our vibration, and then things can happen. We can feel really low. But know that when you're low, you can still climb out of it. Ask for help from the angels, the light. They will always come in to help. When you are feeling low, depressed, and sad, you don't want to ask for anything except for your own healing at that point. Because if I say, okay, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling down, my vibration low, and I start asking for something like, oh, I wish I had a new job. Well, my vibration's actually saying, I don't want a new job. So you're actually almost asking for the opposite, because a low vibration never brings anything good. So, what you want to do is when you're feeling low and down, you want to work on you getting back up. So, you want to ask, everything, saying affirmations, everything's getting better and better. I'm sending love to myself. I'm asking for love, things like that. So, you're climbing out of it. Do meditations, go for walks. But when you're in that state, when that state, we all have it. When you're happy, giggly, inspired, enthusiastic, and full of life, ask until your heart desires on anything, world peace, anything for yourself, because that is sending out a very strong vibrational ask. And you are positive, so positive things are going to come in. It is very beautiful. And when you start to play with it, you see, I act this way, I get this. I act this way, I get this. And you're just like, wow, it really works. So I can talk until I'm blue in the face until you experience it, but you probably all have experienced it to some level. But some of you may not have made that connection, because some of us think it's our environment that's doing it to us. No, we're creating the environment that we're living in. So there are things to make life easier. There's so many tips and tricks out there that can help you level out your higher vibration, letting things go. And remember, healing is also a gradual, it's a journey. It's truly a journey. Some of us heal quicker, some of us heal slower. It's your soul, your higher self that is guiding your healing. So today we are going to, like, here we are, we're going to have a healing session. First, we'll start with that a 10-minute prayer, sending out a meditation, sending out love and light, which will then move into the Reiki. It's all going to be really mixed into one. It's going to be for anybody on this planet that needs love, for ourselves, for our families, for our homes, for everything, for our communities, to release the darkness, the threads that hold us to fear, and cut them and replace them with love and light. So as we're doing that, we're really going to get what we need to get out of this healing. So we create the healing space, but I can't force you to take the healing. So your higher self is going to take what you need, and this person's going to take what they need, and everyone's different. So some people are going to feel like, wow, that was a huge shift. Some people are like, oh, well, I slept peacefully for one night, which is nice. So it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong, because we're all unique beings on our own journey. But the fact that you're here, the fact that you're allowing the love to come through, and the neat thing is that since we're doing this together, when we're sending out this peace to all of the complete universe and everyone in it, what's happening apparently, every time you do it in a group, it magnifies, every person magnifies 144 times. And then I'm not going to do the math because it seems very big, but in essence, what's happening, there's lots of group meditations happening around the world. Almost like every second of the day there's something happening. You can easily go online and find some meditation group that's doing something. And think of it like there's the earth, and there's lights all over the earth, because there's groups of people meditating, and all those are attaching each other. So it's like the earth has this beautiful white light around it, and we're just part of that, adding that essence of love. So those people who are not sure if they're going to wake up in the morning feel this peace in their heart and say, you know what, I am going to wake up in the morning, my family's going to be safe. And the more of us that raise the vibration on this planet, well, things like war and stuff start to dissipate. But if we get enthralled with it and watching it and updating everyone on it, what we're doing is we're adding to the energy. Anything we focus on grows. Whether we're focusing on it because we don't like it or we're focusing on it because we like it, it is going to grow. So if we are just consuming ourselves with what the media is saying, we're going to make it grow. If we ignore it and send love, then the love is going to grow. And we have a human consciousness, so it's always shifting, and it's so, like, if you tap into the human consciousness, where are we at today? Lots of fear, lots of anxiety, lots of very, very scared people out there right now. That's the field. But then if you tap in a little bit deeper, you can feel there's lots of love up there as well. And it's kind of like this swirling effect. And it's like arguing with each other. So anyway, I promise I talk less. Oh gosh, I talked over. So anyway, let's get into a really nice place for some sending out some love. So I'll start off with the music playing low, and I'm going to chat a little bit. I'm just going to say whatever comes to my mind. Then I'm just probably going to be quiet and just allow whatever happens. But I just realized I do not have my singing bowl beside me today because I've been playing it around my entire house and I think I left it upstairs. So I may slip away after, go grab the bowl and bring it down. I'll leave the music playing. So if you see me disappearing at the end, that's where I've gone to find my singing bowl in one of the bedrooms. All right, everyone. Any questions before we start? Aliens written something here. That's right. Yeah, we're here on missions, and some of us have found our missions, and a lot of us are light workers. And it doesn't matter what job you're doing. It really doesn't. Doesn't matter what job you're doing. Every second of the day, you are a light worker. Any smile you send out, any kind gesture you do to someone. A lot of us are very compassionate people, and we're just like loving everyone with no judgment. Well, that itself is being a light worker because we all know people on opposite ends of everything right now. So just staying in compassion, love, sending a smile, being kind, that is your light worker duty at this time. You holding the light, whether you're going to the grocery store, is chipping away the darkness wherever you go. So enough chatting. Thank you for the great words there. And we will start with some music. And I don't know, my music list is getting sillier and crazier. It's moving all over the place. So I don't even know where to start today. I'm just gonna start here and see what happens. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been totally all over. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start with this one and we'll just let it run through. I'm gonna share my screen so you can hear the music better. Okay. Now the thing is here, I still want you to hear me talk, want the music in the background, but I don't want you to be straining to hear my voice because then it can be very unrelaxing. So I'm putting down the music, and if someone could tell me in the chat if you can still hear me talk and then hear the music and it's a good balance, or should I up the music, down my voice, let me know. And I'll drink some water while I'm getting some feedback here. And there's something there, just missing it here. Hold on. Scroll down. I am going to set an intention before we start. I just want to get the music levels okay. Can you hear me okay with the music? Okay, more music. All right, thank you for that. I'm going to up the music. Okay, so now the music is a bit louder. Can you still hear my voice? And eventually, when I go into meditation, I end up naturally talking a bit lighter, probably more like this. Good balance here, everyone? Yes. Okay, all right. So, okay, we're good then. All right. I'll just monitor the chat, and if it's like someone saying you can't hear you, Brenda, if I start to whisper, I'll keep an eye on it today. Okay, so we are going to start out. And here we are, a beautiful group of people. And even if you're watching this in a replay, you are going to be a part of this because the universe is a very beautiful thing. It knows who replays these, it knows who watches it, and it includes you now because there's no really such thing as time. So we're on this beautiful planet of so much love and light, and let's come together to set an intention for world peace. Okay? World peace. Well, everyone's heart on this planet, everyone in this world, what do we want? Our birthright of love, peace, happiness, joy, abundance, health. That's everyone's birthright. We are all connected to divinity. We are all God's children. We're all one. So there is not someone who's more important. It doesn't matter. We're all asking and all deserving of the same thing. So the intention of today's meditation and prayer and Reiki is to send out love to every human being on this planet, every animal that might be scared of what's happening on this planet, every child, every elderly person, people who aren't even sure what's happening, people who are in the know watching the media and really are thinking that is reality, and then the ones that are awakened and understand more of what's happening. It's scary for all of us. But when we connect to our heart and we send out this beautiful love to humanity, as it comes through you and to you and out of you, you are making a difference. You're making a difference for you, for your children, for everybody in this beautiful planet. And yes, may we pray that people start to wake up and see what is going on. See how powerful they are, to know that they are not victims of this planet, and they too can add to creating a beautiful reality for themselves and to this world as a collective. The more of us that wake up, the more of us that start to send out love, we're all connecting in this unified field, holding the light, helping others wake up, and giving people more peace. And if you think about it, there's a lot of people on this planet tonight sleeping, not sure if they're going to wake up in the morning, not sure if their families are safe, not sure they're safe. But let's ask that this love penetrate every cell of their body. Their full essence is just about master light, this universal light that loves them so dearly. May they have peaceful sleeps, keeping them in protection bubbles of love and light, keeping the home safe, and have enough to eat, and to be comfortable. And may any negativity, any darkness in this planet start to fall, or just hanging by a thread at this point. More love, more peace, the more goodwill, the more positivity we send together in this intention, the stronger it is. And I truly believe this is just a big pebble in a pond. We don't know what's going to happen with those ripples, but I can tell you it goes into the field and it magnifies. And if you can picture Mother Earth glowing in white light, and white light is added, poured into the darkest places, into the saddest of hearts. And we're asking for that negative worry, anxiety, pulled out, placed with a sense of peace, a sense of knowing there is more to them than they think. A lot of people sometimes in these times lose their faith. How much more New Year's constant bombardment. It's been tough for many. It's tough for many right now in this moment in time. But behind the scenes, there is something so grand. And unfortunately, this is something that humanity has created over time. And it's something that humanity has to work through to release it and replace it with love. To every person here today, may this love fill your heart. Any fears, any sadness, any worries, any traumas, negative belief systems, limiting beliefs, reoccurring thought patterns, will they start to just dissipate and be replaced with love, peace, hope, positive thoughts. All you need through every cell of your body, through your full essence, sweeping through all of humanity. For those who are ready to let it in, may it flow through them, giving them a sense of calmness they may have never felt before, or maybe they just haven't felt it in a long time. You can take some deep breaths, just breathe that in through your entire body. So every cell is breathing in this beautiful light. When you're breathing out and exhaling, you're just exhaling all that negativity that you no longer need anymore. You are so powerful. Every human being is a gift from God. Their power is unlimited. And that is what the dark is trying to do. It's trying to hide the magnificence of humanity. Because if they know, we could shift this beautiful world into a positive place so quickly. But it's going to take a bit of time because there's a lot of people that don't believe that they are powerful, that they matter, that they're important. But the beautiful thing is, there are so many people waking up knowing that they're so beautiful, so powerful, so magnificent. And when you're in that state of love, and I can feel this energy flowing so beautifully, and it's reaching all those who need it. And this energy is going to stay with everyone 4 to 5 days, giving you what you need at a physical level, at a mental level, at an emotional level. If any feelings of sadness are coming to the surface, let them come out. Be with them, honor them, and say it is okay. I am now releasing you and allowing feelings to be transmuted. I'm now anchoring in light to allow them to heal. And as we go through healings, our healing journey, we're going to have ups and downs as we release the traumas that we've repressed deeply. They need to come out to be resolved or at least transmuted. We don't have to understand what they are. Just acknowledge them, honor them, and let them go. We're all in this together. I know in my heart, make it. We end up in a very beautiful place. We're just on that journey to get there, and it's one step at a time, one thought at a time. If you can add more love, that intentions for peace, everything is getting better. World peace is possible and happening. World peace is actually now in place. Say it as though it's already happened. Because in some timelines, it has already happened. You want to switch into a timeline where everyone has the knowing that they are powerful. Everyone's going to sleep at night safely and soundly with a full belly. Every child in this world has someone to care for. Every lonely person is no longer lonely. It doesn't matter if we don't have family, friends can become friends. There's a lot of people right now that are feeling left out, that they don't belong, because they're different from how their family thinks, and that's okay. It hurts, but there are so many people who get you. There's a whole world awakening of beautiful souls that understand what you're going through. allowing this beautiful energy to flow. And as this is happening, Reiki energy and beautiful energy from the beings of light are coming through, touching every soul on this planet, releasing anything some of you might feel a tingling sensation. Others may feel warm. Some might see colors. And there are many out there that will feel nothing, and that is completely okay. It's still working, it's in your field, and you are healing in any way that you feel. Right now, I'm imagining some beautiful white light around everybody. And we're going to ask that there's this beautiful ball of liquid love encompassing everyone on this planet. And in this bubble of love is safety, is love, compassion, security, peace, and joy. All those good things, all those memories that make those people smile, all in that beautiful bubble that's encompassing you. And this bubble of love is going to stay with them forever. It's already there, it's always been there. And we're asking it to magnify this time of need. We're going to need it for now. Right now, there are people who are feeling a warmness in their hearts that they haven't felt in a long time. You may not understand where it's coming from, why it's happening, but they'll know that they are feeling safe. And it'll bring peace to them so they can start their own healing. And perhaps more awakenings will happen. There are people awakening on this planet every second of the day. There will be a meaningful shift happening. And together, as we all send out beautiful, radiant love, there's a ripple effect that is happening and magnifying so beautifully. You can almost feel like the oceans and water is glistening, sparkling, like just brilliant lights issues through the ocean, healing the oceans, healing the fish, the whales and the dolphins, and all the sea life. And as you can follow this wave of energy, it's moving through the forests and through Mother Earth. We're asking for this energy to fill the plants, the animals, the birds, the air, all sentient life, all beautiful life and Mother Earth herself. But without her, we would not be here. We're all one. As Mother Earth heals, humanity heals. As humanity heals, Mother Earth heals. And she is moving into a higher vibration, bringing us all along for the ride. We are blessed to be part of it. And these blessings of love and joy are penetrating every molecule of this beautiful earth. It's magnified so intensely. It's like the entire earth and all humanity is pulsating in a higher vibration of love. And as this is happening, it's just dissolving all the ties, all the cords, all the entanglements that the dark has had on this planet. It is no longer wanted, it is no longer needed. We choose light, and we are all here together, working as ambassadors of the light, to shine this light for those who can't. And with every breath, feel that powerful light infuse every cell of your body. It's running through all your chakras, your meridian systems, your auric field, and it's pushing away and dissolving any negativity, negative thought patterns. Worry and sadness is all melting away, as being replaced with love, inspiration, emotion, creative thoughts, excitement, love, passion, the excitement to find out why you're here. New abilities are coming out. People are becoming more in tune and more intuitive. Just listen to the call of your heart. You wouldn't be on this call if you didn't have a call in your heart. And there's more to this life. And you are one of those people who will lead others into the light, into a world of beautiful compassion. We have corporate sector changing, governments changing, school systems changing, all for the better of everyone. Everyone's appreciated, working together. This is a new life we're off to. We can see it happening in pockets. That excitement speeds up the process. You all have come with your own guides, own spiritual team has been guiding you since the day you were born. Has been with you from lifetime to lifetime. You go within, you're looking for the answers you want, wanting to know the answers are there. Sometimes it's hard to hear, we're not ready to hear. As you do healings like this, the resistance in the way is clearing. Your true magnificence starts to shine through. And that call of your heart becomes stronger, clearer. And as you start to follow and hear that call of your heart, you'll notice your life just becomes easier, more fulfilling, happier, all that good stuff we all deserve. Right now, this energy flowing through is so intense. The way I'm seeing it right now is like the earth is just magnifying this beautiful white light and is dissolving any negativity in its way. There are so many hearts being touched right now. May people's anxieties and stress and worries be replaced with God's love with peace. They wake up after a peaceful sleep, inspired, knowing they have come more. And as that victim mentality melts away, they take back their power, knowing that they matter, they're important, they're powerful, they're all powerful and magnificent. And stand in that power and use it to shine a beautiful light. Miracles will happen. Miracles in your own life, miracles for this beautiful planet. May everyone know they are loved beyond comprehension. No matter what their situation, they are loved completely, with no judgment. And for some, they may feel embarrassed or sad or have regrets. May we ask that they easily forgive themselves. Once you forgive yourself, you set yourself free from any of those energetic ties or bonds or restrictions. And then you can really set yourself free to be the person you're going to be. Right now, there's brilliant lights running through everybody's cells and essence. I'm going to call it Master Light. I believe that is a new energy that came to Earth about 2 years ago to help humanity heal stronger than ever before. And as this beautiful light weaves through your essence, your vibration is increasing. It's melting away anything that was bothering you. Just leave any worries behind. There's always solutions that will be figured out. Just trust and know it will happen. Breathe into your magnificence and allow this light to penetrate every cell of your body. And again, if you feel any sadness or fear or a bad memory pops up, that is okay. It's up for healing. Allow it to come up, honor it, and then just let it go. Say, I acknowledge you, but I don't need you anymore. May God's love and light replace it by anchoring more light into us. And then breathe that light very deeply. We're going to ask for clearings of every part of your physical body, from your red blood cells to your white blood cells, to your bones and your bone marrow, your tendons, your muscles, your skin, your hair, your nails, all organs. This essence of love is penetrating every part, clearing away anything that is no longer needed. Healings are happening right now, physical healings. Your smart body has been activated, it's on high alert. It is sending this love to the areas at a physical level. Now it's looking into the emotional level, and it's weaving through, letting go of those old ways of thinking, those hurts, those traumas that replay. We're asking to remove karmic roots, ancestral wounds, family constellation issues, anything that is no longer serving you, and replacing it with God's love and light. And as all this is leaving, you are going to be glowing so beautifully with this light. And this light is going to continue to work on healing for the next 4 or 5 days. Give yourself permission to heal. You deserve a beautiful healing. You deserve to have calmness, love, and happiness. You're thriving. You're beautiful every day. You're loving every day. Waking up with a smile on your face and knowing that you are loved. You have purpose. You are magnificent and powerful. Breathe in all that good stuff. And then when you exhale all that stuff that's ready to leave. If you want, you can wave goodbye because it's not coming back. Anything that heals today will not be back. We're only getting better and better every day. Stronger emotionally, mentally, physically. Because you can hold the light for those who can. And as we start to close this meditation, we know this world and the beautiful beings on this planet have been just embedded with so much love, positive energy. This light is going to continue to work on each and every human being on this planet. And together we will shift into the new earth with ease and flow, enjoying the journey, knowing that we are moving today. with your love and this bubble of protection as everything. And you will carry this bubble of protection everywhere you go. Whether you remember it's there or not, it is with you, protecting you, loving you. I'll leave you to enjoy the music. In a few minutes, I'll oh, I'm just going to stay here for 30 seconds because it feels so nice right now. There's so much love whistling around as wow. This brilliant light is just weaving through the planet, through everybody and everything. It's beautiful. It's like our light that we have created is now connected to all the other beautiful souls on this planet doing the same thing. It is magnificent. It is beautiful. And we all are benefiting from this. Okay, everyone, you can stay in that zen. I'm going to play the singing bowl, which is just going to push away any last minute lingering energy we don't need. Replace it with love and light. Okay, everyone, that was very intense. If you want to just stay in that zen, just feel free just to hang up at this point. I don't think I'm going to talk too much because I'm still buzzing from that. And it's, that love and that energy is just flowing through all of us still. So I think I'm just going to end it as saying, may you have a peaceful night. And, we've done such a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for joining me. And if I did the math of one person times 144, I don't know what that is offhand, but it has been magnified. And there's so many beautiful beings of light doing this on this planet. And you just joined it. So thank you. And anytime you just want to take a few minutes and just send a prayer to anything that comes to your mind, just do so because you're adding to it. And limit anything negative and just shine that light because you're so powerful. And we just were infused with an uncomprehendable amount of love that I can't even express it. So I think I'm just speechless today. So thank you for joining me. You're all very, very beautiful. And just know that you're so powerful, and just let's get this momentum back. I want to start up in that 2 steps forward again very quickly. All right, everyone, have a peaceful night, and hopefully this record, and I'll get the recording out. And yeah, we're all sending love to humanity. It's beautiful. And it's funny because if you ask me what I said in that session, I have no idea. So whenever I replay, I'm like, oh, I said that? Okay, neat. So yeah, I have no idea what was said. I got the gist of it, but it's just more the energy I was feeling. So thanks, everyone. Have a peaceful night. Drink lots of water. You're going to be thirsty. I'm so thirsty right now. And the more you drink, just think about it. Even if you're up drinking and you're bothered by all drinking, every time you're going to the bathroom, you're just releasing toxins. So just allow that water to flush through anything it needs to. Keep giving yourself permission to heal at any level you need it. And thank you all. All right, everyone. Have a good night before I keep talking. Okay. Good night. Yeah, you can always bless your water before you drink it. And actually, that's a very good thing to do because you're all very powerful. You can bless your own water. Thank you. All right, everyone. Good night.